I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Margaret Lowe, and I'm from the Faculty of Education. And it's my pleasure today to talk to you about the BA and BEd in language education, majoring in English. Okay, so this is the BA BEd program is offered by the Faculty of Arts and the Faculty of Education, and it's a double degree consisting of a Bachelor of Arts in English Language and Linguistics and a Bachelor of Education in Language Education, English Language Education. And as Gary said, it's a 5-year program, and at the end of the 5 years, you are qualified to be an English language teacher in Hong Kong schools, or an English language teacher, or English as an additional language teacher in international schools in Hong Kong or around the world. Again, it's 2 qualifications in 1, and in our system, it's equivalent to a 4-year honors degree plus a postgraduate diploma in education, or what we call a PGDE, which is our professional teaching qualification. The program, the BA BEd Language Education English program, has government recognition as a professional teaching qualification. And it has been approved by SCOLAR. SCOLAR is a government body standing for the Standing Committee on Language Education and Research. And it gives the qualification because it provides 3 things: a teacher training qualification in English, a first degree in English language and linguistics, which is the content subject knowledge, and also all of our graduates will have passed the language proficiency requirement for English teachers, sometimes called the LPAT benchmark test, which is a requirement for all professional teachers in Hong Kong. Okay, so the goals of our program are twofold. 1, to provide the academic grounding of an honors degree in the specialism of English language and linguistics, and to provide the educational and professional training necessary to achieve qualified teacher status. Okay, so how does our program achieve these 2 goals? So, for the major in English language and linguistics, which is carried out in the Faculty of Arts, you will take a very wide range of courses, including those in language arts, literature, linguistics, sociolinguistics, language and culture, communication, among many, many other subjects. And in the education faculty, you will take courses that make up what we call the professional core in English language education. And these involve courses that integrate the sociology, psychology, and pedagogy of education in an integrated manner in the first 2 years. And then following that, you have a number of courses in educational studies, also sociology and psychology of education, and also in pedagogy. And pedagogy means how to teach English in primary and secondary school contexts to young children and to adolescents. Okay, you also have a number of courses in what we call pedagogical content knowledge. And that means all the subject knowledge that you're gaining in the arts faculty, how do you facilitate the learning of the English language and that content and subject knowledge to young people in a classroom situation? That's what pedagogical content knowledge means. Okay, one of the absolute core components of the professional core and of the whole double degree is the professional practicum. And this is where you will be placed in a primary or secondary school to practice teaching, to actually teach in the classroom and be a professional for a short period of time under the supervision of your university tutors and your mentors in schools. So over the 5-year program, you will have 19 weeks in primary and secondary schools practicing teaching. In year 3, we've organized it so you have a 1 week in a primary school or in a secondary school, three times. Okay, so a total of 3 weeks across the year. And in year 4, we focus on primary English teaching. So you have an 8-week practicum in a primary school. And finally, in year 5, you have 8 weeks in in a secondary school teaching English. Okay, another very, very special and unique part of our program is what we call the external experience. Sometimes we call it the Immersion Program. And this is a government-mandated program where all prospective English teachers are required to spend a period of 8 weeks immersed in an English-speaking environment that is not on Hong Kong. Okay, so at the moment, and for the past several years, we've been sending our students to Australia to study in Australian universities for the Language and Cultural Immersion Program. The Immersion Program has several key components and aims. The first one is to enhance your language as a prospective English teacher. And so there will be language enhancement courses at different Australian universities. You will study them in the university that you are placed in. The second aim and component is for you to experience a different educational system. And therefore, during the immersion program, you will visit different schools and observe lessons and take part in some of the educational activities in different kinds of schools in the Australian environment. And a third component is the cultural immersion. And the immersion program has you staying with the host family throughout the 8 weeks. And also a number of cultural and recreational excursions around the city in which you're in place, and also short trips around Australia. Okay, so why should you choose the BA and BEd double degree in language education majoring in English? Well, firstly, as has been mentioned by Gary, we combine the academic and the professional. We are also an English medium university, which is really important for English teachers. And we have a very well-established reputation in teacher education. The schools that we work with really value Hong Kong U graduates. And we know that schools believe Hong Kong U graduates are very high quality. As Gary said, the program actually gives you a very flexible career path, of course, to education, but to many other things as well. So what kinds of career prospects would a double degree in English language and education give you? Okay, obviously teaching English language in mainstream Hong Kong primary and secondary schools, teaching English as an additional language or English as a second language in international schools, here in Hong Kong or abroad. You can also work in government in the Education Bureau, Quality Assurance or Curriculum Development, or even the Hong Kong Exams Authority. The degree also would allow you a path into publishing curriculum materials or other kinds of publishing. Of course, there's also human resources, communications, and workforce training as well. Some of our graduates like to pursue further studies and even careers in academia, teaching and doing research in universities, in education or in other related fields. And of course, our arts graduates have got employment in a wide range of areas, including government, administration, media and journalism, arts and culture, law, management, and many other fields. We have 100% graduate employment rate or further studies, so we're very proud of that. Okay, now I'd like to turn over to one of my students, a first-year student in our program, and her name is Miss Joanne Fong, and she is going to tell you a little bit about why she chose the program and what she's currently enjoying about her first semester at Hong Kong U.
I am Joanne. I'm a BA/BEd English Year 1 freshman. And so, are you guys tired and hungry right now? Because last year, I was sitting in the same room I was in the same condition as you guys, and I was really, really tired and hungry because I didn't get enough sleep, and I was walking along the campus to shop around for courses, and of course I eventually bought this one, but then beforehand I don't know what I'm going to choose, right? So I was walking along campus, and I was tired, I didn't have enough time for lunch, so I'm glad to see that you guys are all fully nourished and well rested. So yeah, so let's cut into the main point. So I would like to first explain a little bit about why I chose this program. So I would like to ask you guys two questions. First question is, do you consider yourself as a passionate English learner and user? Do you enjoy immersing yourself in everything related to English? For example, your reading, your academic reading, your leisure reading, your academic work, and even things around you like advertisements, the news, and maybe even your friends' newest Facebook status update. So that's the first question. And the second question is, do you picture yourself as an instructor, a mentor, and a friend? Or more specifically, do you enjoy working with younger kids, helping them to enrich their knowledge base, and do you enjoy growing along with those younger than you and help each other out? So if you have answered yes to these two questions, then congratulations, because I think you might as well be able to consider yourself fully eligible to enroll into our program, because last year I also asked myself these two questions, and I of course answered yes. So if you answered yes, so you and I will be like-minded. And so for me, English has always been my forte. I've always liked to learn English and read English and use English to communicate with others since young. And so after some careful consideration last year, I decided to answer to my own calling and choose a program that will both allow me to enrich my English knowledge and my educational knowledge to equip myself to become an English teacher. And so now let's talk about more interesting aspects of these. Of this degree. As I'm only a university student for 2 months, I don't actually have that much experience, but I can assure you that these 2 months has always been fun to me. So for the curriculum, first of all, it's very diverse, and I really enjoy the warm and different atmosphere that I can get to experience, because in this degree, I get to study in both a small class and many other big classes. For the small class, there's this education professional core where there are only about 20 pupils in a class, and we get to sit around and discuss freely about issues relating to education. And for bigger classes, I'm referring to classes like electives, free electives, and your common core courses. And actually, these big classes allow us a high degree of autonomy in choosing what we like to study, because these credits are all up to your choices. So you can get to study a wide range of subjects. For example, there's this science nerd friend of mine who really loves science, and so he uses all his quota to study science electives and common core. And there's also a friend of mine who really enjoys psychology, and so she took up a psychology elective. And yeah, so you get the point. And so for the activities, of course, they're fun. If you're looking for an academic side of it, last week, 2 weeks ago, me and my whole degree, we went to 2 class visits where we get to experience some real-life English teaching and learning from the perspective of English teachers. So it's fun because these class visits gave me a lot of insight into teaching and learning. And And if you're looking for the university kind of genuine fun, I've already attended a lot of O-camps, O-days, and annual dinners and stuff like that. And here is now my cue for a slight advertisement of the organizer of these activities. Because the best thing that has ever happened to me as a university student is that I am now a proposed Zhang member of the Faculty Society, which is Education Society. And so, Zhang, for those of you who don't know the term, Zhang means the executive committee of a society. So if you get to more university language, you will often hear 上章, which means being one of the executive committee members of a faculty or academic or interest club. And so, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me, and with any luck, if I can successfully be a Zhang member, then, and if you guys will decide to choose our program, then I will be able to serve you guys for a semester. And so, I think university life is 10 times more challenging than secondary school life, but I can guarantee you it is also 10 times more rewarding than your secondary school life, because you just get to experience and learn so much more. And so my conclusion is, thank you. And so my conclusion is, when you get into university, I've forgotten this point. So yeah, don't forget your dreams and don't forget your goals. Don't concentrate on money making or your parents' orders, stuff like that. Just go with your heart. Yes, just go with your heart. Study whatever you like. Your parents will understand. Your life will turn great. And then the second thing is remember to have fun, because university is all about having fun. Your teachers will always tell you that lecture is fun, tutorials are fun. Yeah, so remember to have fun. And lastly, smile more, because smile more at any new friends you're gonna meet, because you may have just met your new best friends like I do. So thank you very much, and I'll now hand over the time back to Margaret. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to quickly go through some admissions information for our program. And some of this is similar across program. Okay, so we have 40 places for the English program, the English double degree for 2013. And some of you may be non-Juvis, I'm not sure, but we will be conducting non-Juvis interviews soon in the coming months. And we will have interviews for DSE candidates very likely to be conducted after the announcements of results, not before. I know some of you have been asking about that. And you are strongly advised to put our program, BA BEd English 6066, in your Band A choices if you're a Juvis candidate, and to put us as first choice if you're a non-Juvis candidate. Okay? So let me tell you a little bit more. These are the minimum entry requirements for DSE for the university. Okay? Now, for our program, we look very much at your English language results. So we give a heavier weighting for your English language and for liberal studies as well. And we also give points for English literature and history at level 3 or above. And again, as I said, we are highly likely to interview eligible candidates after the DSE results are out. So I hope that gives you some initial information about the procedure if you're interested in our program. Okay, for non-Juvis with different educational backgrounds from different secondary school systems, the basic university entry requirements are basically general academic requirements for the IB or for GCSE A levels or AS levels, or for whatever the qualifications in other countries. We also have an English language requirement and a second language requirement, and again, we will be conducting interviews in the coming months. Some of you may be associate degree or higher degree students. If you've taken use of English, we will look at your use of English grade, or IELTS, and we look at your GPA. We generally say 3.2 or above, and again, interviews among students. Okay, so our program code is 6066, BA Ed, Language Education, English. Okay? So I think we won't do any questions now, but you may note that our Faculty of Education is the faculty that is conducting admissions for this program. You may also contact the Faculty of Arts if you'd like to know about the academic program in the Faculty of Arts. Any inquiries about admissions, please contact the Faculty of Education.